Good day, everyone, and welcome to our lesson, Basis of Philippine Taxation System. So, dito sa lesson natin, pag-uusapan natin ano nga ba ang mga legal basis ng taxation sa ating bansa. Pag sinabi nating legal basis, of course, kailangan may batas. Kasi, hindi pwede na mangolek lang ang government ng tax without a basis, without a law. So, pag-uusapan natin ang mga bagay-bagay na yan ngayong araw na ito. So, ngayon ay magdako tayo sa ating objectives. Ano ba ang mga objective ng lesson natin ngayong araw na to? Una is to, of course, explain natin ano ba ang ibig sabihin at importance ng taxation sa ating bansa. Pangalawa is to identify the legal basis of the Philippine taxation system. Third is to describe the roles of the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR and the LGUs or the local government units, local government units in collecting taxes. And fourth, is to distinguish between national and local taxes. So before we proceed, let us first define what is taxation. Taxation is the inherent power of the state to demand contributions for public purposes. Yung taxation and tax, those two are different thing. Yung taxation, ito ay yung power ng government na mag-demand, na mangolekta ng pera na tinatawag nating tax para daw sa public purposes for the public use. In simple terms, it means that everyone who earns money or owns a property must give a small part of it to the government so that the country can run properly. And with the money na kinokolek at dinedemand ng government natin, ano ba yung mga nakukuha natin? Kasi sabi, di ba, for public purposes. So, dapat nararamdaman ng mga mamamayan ang mga pera na kinokolekta ng gobyerno. Sabi dito, ang mga benefits daw na na-enjoy ay una, public order and public safety. Pangalawa ay infrastructure. Pangatlo ay education. So, sa infrastructure, dito papasok yung pinopondohan yung paggawa ng mga roads, paggawa ng mga tulay at mga buildings for public purposes. Yung sa education naman, dito papasok ay yung mga pagtatayo ng mga bagong building para mas madami ang makapag-enroll at mas maging updated naman yung mga schools, specifically public schools. Kasi yung ginagamit na pondo ay galing sa tax. Yung pagdating naman sa private na mga school, syempre, ang doon dahil nasa na sila, NGO na sila, non-government sila. So, sila na yung bahala doon. Ang pinopokusan neto is the public schools from our country. And pinapag-usapan natin yung taxation. Again, taxation is the power of the state na mag-demand ng contributions for public purposes. At yung taxation naman, yung tax, it is the enforced proportional contributions. Proportional contributions from persons and property levied by the lawmaking body of the state by virtue of its sovereignty for the support of the government and all public needs. So, ang sabi sa tax, based from its definition, proportional contribution. Proportional contributions from persons and property. So, mamaya malalaman natin proportional contributions. Dapat pantay-pantay. Lahat ng mga sumasahod ng pantay ay pantay din dapat ang mga binabayad nilang tax. At ang tax hindi lang pala siya nakukuha sa tao, sa income ng mga mamamayang Pilipino. Maaari rin siyang makuha sa mga property. So mamaya pag-uusapan pa natin yan lalo. Ngayon, bakit ba natin kailangan magbayad ng tax? Para saan ba yung tax? Ano bang mapapala ko sa tax na 'to or mapapala ng mga taxpayers? Kasi tayo, hindi pa tayo taxpayers, estudyante pa lang tayo. At tayo, hindi pa natin masyadong mafi-feel 'yan, hindi pa natin masyadong mafi-feel na masasaktan pagdating sa mga issues ng corruption dahil hindi naman tayo ang nagbabalat ng, boto para sa ating bansa. Pero dapat nating, um, dapat natin na ipagtanggol ang mga karapatan ng bawat Pilipino. Kung alam nating may mali, dapat nating itama. At dapat yung mga gumagawa ng masasama, dapat siyempre magbayad sila sa mga kasalanan nila. So, parang naano na tayo. Bumalik tayo, bakit ba kailangan natin magbayad ng tax? So, meron tayong dalawang theory. The necessity theory and the lifeblood theory. These two theories, magkakonekta lang naman sila. So, from its definition, necessity theory, funds are needed by the government. Necessity. Necessity daw ng government yung tax. Bakit? Kasi yung tax na yun, ginagamit siya as funds na kailangan ng government. Yung lifeblood theory naman, taxes is the lifeblood of the government. The government cannot survive without it. Lifeblood of the government. Dahil hindi kaya mag-operate ng isang government without the money, without funds, without the tax from the people. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga taxpayer natin, sila yung mga nagpapasahod sa mga mambabatas. Dahil ang tax ay lifeblood of the government na nanggagaling ang tax sa mga mamamayang Pilipino, sa mga manggagawang Pilipino. So, ngayon nalaman na natin ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng taxation, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng tax, at ano ba yung mga benefits ng tax. Ngayon, pag-usapan na natin yung legal basis. Dahil, sabi ko kanina, hindi pwede na basta-basta lang mangolekta ang gobyerno ng tax. Kailangan may batas na nagsasaad nang sila ay mangongolekta nito. So, there are three main legal bases that give the government the authority to collect tax. First is based on the Constitution. Article 6, Section 28 of the 1987 Constitution states that the rule of taxation shall be uniform and equitable, and that Congress shall evolve a progressive system of taxation. So, in this article, it states that taxation must be uniform and equitable, and that Congress must create a progressive system of taxation. Kailangan daw that everyone should be taxed fairly, and those who earn more should pay more. So, example, si Teacher 1 at si Teacher 2 ay parehas silang sakto lang ang hindi siya sakto. Parehas sila ng sahod. Si Teacher 1 at si Teacher 2. Sila ay public school teacher at ang dalawang ito ay parehas ng sahod. Hindi pwede na si Teacher 2 ay mas mataas ang binabayad na tax kaysa kay Teacher 1, where in fact parehas lang naman sila ng sinasahod. Hindi yun fair. Hindi yun pwedeng gawin ng government. Kung gawin man nila yon, lalabyagin nila ang Constitution na the Article 6, Section 28 of the 1987 Constitution. At dapat daw na yung Congress ay magkaroon ng progressive system of taxation. Ang tinataka lang ng Constitution na to is dapat ang tax ay fair. Ang pagdedemand ng tax sa mga taong bayan ay fair. At dapat yung mga nagbabayad, yung mga tao na sumasahod ng mas mataas ay mas magbabayad ng mas mataas na buwis. Kasi Pag mataas ang buwis na pag mataas ang sahod mo, mataas din ang buwis na kailangan mong ibigay, ang kailangan mong bayaran. Okay? Pangalawa, ayan, national law. Una ay the National Internal Revenue Code, enacted as Republic Act number 8424 or the Tax Reform Act of 1997. So, sabi dito, incorporates and highlights the changes brought about by the Train Law and its implementing rules and regulations, specifically on the amendments of individual income taxation, taxation on certain passive income for individual and corporate taxpayers, estates and donor taxes, etc. So, itong the National Internal Revenue Code ay magkarugtong yan ng train law. So, mamaya papuntahan natin yan. Dahan-dahan lang. So, yung NIRC or National Internal Revenue Code, also known as the Tax Reform Act of 1997, this law includes all the rules and regulations about national taxes, such as income tax and donors tax. So mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung national taxes na yan. But in this Tax Reform Act of 1997, dito nakapaloob lahat ng law, lahat ng rules and regulations about the national taxes. At sa pangalawa naman, itong Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Act, or later in-update siya as train law, no, in which pinirmahan siya ni former President Rodrigo Duterte. Ang pinaka-basis lang neto is that nireduce ang tax, which reduced taxes for workers earning less than 250,000 per year and adjusted tax rates for others. So, dahil masyadong mabigat yung pagbabayad ng buwis para sa iba dahil hindi naman talaga kalakihan ng kanilang sinasahod, naging mabigat ito. Ngayon, nung ipinasa ang train law, yung mga sumasahod ng 250,000 per year, yung pababa nun, 250k below, hindi sila magbabayad ng buwis. Yung mga sumasahod naman ng 250,000 pataas, of course, kailangan nila magbayad ng buwis. Pangatlo, meron tayong the Local Government Code of 1991 or the Republic Act number 7160. Provides for a more responsive local government structure instituted through a system of decentralization whereby local government units are delegated more powers, authority, responsibility, and resources. This law allows local government like provinces, cities, and barangays to collect their own taxes. It helps make the government more decentralized, giving more power and resources to local officials to improve their community. So dahil nga sabi ko kanina, meron tayong national and local tax, dito yan papasok, yung local tax, the local government code. So, pwede na rin daw mangolekta ng buwis ang mga local government. Yung mga barangay-barangay, cities, yan. So, pwede na rin sila mag-impose ng tax. Ngayon, dahil meron tayong kinukuhang tax, or merong kinukuha ang gobyerno na tax, sino ba ang nagkokolekta nito? At ano ba ang kanilang role sa pagko-collect? Ang nagko-collect ng tax are the BIR and the LGUs. Tax imposed at the Taxes imposed at the national level are collected by the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR, while those imposed at the local level, such as provincial, city, municipal, and barangay, collected by the local government unit or LGU. Minsan, itong ask for a receipt. Yan, yung BIR. Makikita niyo yan sa mga business operating na sa mga nag-ooperate ng business. Makikita nyo yan. Ibig sabihin, nagbabayad sila ng buwis. Yung business na yon ay nagbabayad ng tax. Pag nakita nyo yan, etong ask for receipt BIR. Okay? So, the BIR is responsible for collecting all internal revenue taxes, enforcing tax laws, and applying penalties or fines for tax violations. Okay? So, yung BIR, mas malaki yung sakop niya kasi national. So, yung BIR, sila yung nag-handle, sila yung nagko-collect ng mga tax, at the same time, sila rin ang nag-enforce ng tax laws at nag-a-apply sila ng penalties doon sa mga taong hindi nang mabayad ng buwis. Yes, may mga hindi nang mabayad ng buwis. At may kaukulang batas yan. So, kapag hindi ka nagbayad, maaari kang makulong. Yon. Mm. yung hindi pagbabayad ng buwis, kasalanan. Oo naman, kasalanan naman talaga siya sa gobyerno. Anong tawag doon? Pwede ka makulong. Yes, pag hindi ka nagbayad ng tax. Okay? So again, the national tax are collected by BIR and the local taxes are collected by the LGUs. So ngayon, pag-uusapan na natin yung types ng taxes in the Philippines. Una ay the national taxes. National taxes are those that we pay to the government through the Bureau of Internal Revenue, as I said earlier. Una, marami ito, pero magbibigay lang ako ng mga example. Una ay ang capital gains tax. Tax on gains presumed to have been realized by the seller from the sale, exchange, or other disposition of capital assets located in the Philippines, including pacto de reto sales and other conditional sales. So, in simplest term, capital gains tax, ito yung tax when you sell property at nag-earn ka ng profit. Kapag pag nagbenta ka ng property at nag-earn ka ng profit, kailangan mo magbayad ng tax. Yun lang yun. Capital gains. Kasi nag-gain ka. So, pangalawa, meron tayong the documentary stamp tax. Ayan. Etong picture na yan, ayan yung example ng stamp. Etong tax na to ay tax on legal papers and documents. So, makikita mo yan sa mga documents na kinukuha natin. So, pag may nakita kang ganyan, ibig sabihin, nagbayad ka ng tax. Documentary stamp tax, tax on documents, instruments, loan agreements, and papers evidencing acceptance, assignment, sales, or transfer of obligation, rights, or property incident. Okay? So, una, ano ulit ang meron tayo? Capital gains tax. Kapag capital gains tax, ang tax, ito ay ang pagbayad ng buwis kapag nagbenta ka ng property at nagkaroon ka ng profit. Yung documentary stamp tax naman ay tax on legal papers and documents. Pangatlo ay meron tayong value added tax or VAT. So, etong VAT na to, makikita nyo to makikita nyo to possible sa, resibo, sa receipt, makikita nyo yan. Specifically, pag bumibili kayo at may resibo, yan yon. So, etong VAT or value added tax collected from the seller in trade business on every sale of goods or services, lease of goods and properties. So, kapag VAT, value added, ito ang tax na dinadagdag sa mga businesses, sa mga goods and services na binabayad natin. Kaya kapag bumibili tayo ng pagkain or ng any other services and goods na kailangan at may resibo at nakikita mo ang VAT doon, yon. Ibig sabihin nun, ay may ano-ano sila na tax. Okay, so again, meron tayong onting recap. Meron tayong capital gains tax. Ang na tax that when you sell property and earn profit. Pangalawa is yung ating documentary stamp tax. Ito naman ay tax on legal papers and documents. Pangatlo is yung VAT or value added tax. Ito naman ay goods and services. Ina-add ang tax sa mga goods and services. And last one is the income tax. Tax on yearly profits from property, profession, trade, office, etc. applies to self-employed individuals and corporations. Yan, dito na yun manggagaling yung tax na binabayad ng mga nagtatrabaho, yung mga manggagawang Pilipino. Tax on the money you earn from work or business. Income tax. Again, meron tayong capital gains tax, documentary stamp tax, meron tayong value added tax at income tax. And marami pang iba. So, kayo nang bahalang umalam sa iba na yon dahil marami pang iba't ibang pinagkukuhanan ng tax ang ating gobyerno. Ngayon, dadako tayo sa local taxes. Kung kanina, merong national na kinokollect ng BIR or Bureau of Internal Revenue, ang local naman ay kinokollect ng LGUs or Local Government Unit. Local taxes are taxes, fees, or charges imposed by the local government units such as provinces, cities, municipalities, and barangays who have been given the power to levy such taxes by the code. So, marami rin tayo dyang iba't ibang examples. Una is the tax on transfer of real property ownership. Tax on sale, donation, barter, or any other mode of transferring ownership or title of real property. So, yung tax on transfer of real property ownership, ito ay ang uri ng tax na kapag this is paid when someone sells, donates, or transfers land or a building to another person. So, kapag ikaw, nagbenta ka, nag-transfer ka na property mo to other person, kailangan mong magbayad ng tax. Okay? Pangalawa naman ay tax on business. So, itong tax on business, taxes imposed by cities, municipalities, itong mga ito ay local lang siya ha. Local lang yung sakop niya. Taxes imposed by cities, municipalities before issuing business permits based on a schedule of rates under LGU codes. So, dito sa city natin, hindi ka pwedeng agad-agad lang at basta-basta ka lang magkapagtayo ng business. Kailangan mo ng tax on business. Yan. So, binibigay daw yan ng ating LGU sa mga paid by business owners before they get their business permit from the city or municipality. So, bago makapagpatayo yung mga entrepreneurs, businessman, kailangan mo na nila magbayad ng tax. Yes. At last, meron tayong barangay clearance fee. Reasonable fee collected by barangays for issuance of barangay clearance needed in many government transaction. Barangay clearance, have you heard of that? Diba? Minsan pag pumunta tayo sa mga barangay, kinukuha natin yan, document, katibayan. Meron pa nga yan is yung nagpapatunay na nakatira ka dito sa city na tinitirahan mo. Yon, may gano'n. Nakalimutan ko lang yung tawag. Pero, yon, binabayaran ka. Reasonable fee. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya sobrang taas. Small fee lang siya na kailangan mong bayaran para makakuha ka ng barangay clearance, which is often required sa mga job applications. And, ayan, we are done with our lesson with the basis of Philippine taxation system. No? So, kanina, from taxation, dinefine natin ang taxation and tax, nagbigay tayo, tawag dito, we ask ourselves, bakit ba natin kailangan magbayad ng tax? At ano ba yung mga legal basis or laws na nagbibigay ng authority sa government, sa ating government na mag-collect ng tax? At yung different types, of course, ng taxes, the national and local tax, and of course, sino ba yung nangongolekta ng tax, yung nag-handle ng tax, which are two, the national and the local level, national, BIR, and the local level, the LGUs. Yeah, so that is all for our report, for my report. To sum up, taxation is the government's way of collecting funds to provide for the needs of the people. It ensures that we have schools, hospitals, roads, and safety services. So, in understanding, para maintindihan natin the basis of taxation, we learn how taxes work and why it's important for everyone to contribute fairly for the good of our country. And that is all for my report. Thank you for listening. Bye bye. Thank you so much.